Hi there and welcome to RepairGuyDK. I've been on YouTube for almost 9 years or so, and normally I do these kind of reviews in Danish, but today we're going to try something new. I'm going to make my first English review ever. So bear with me if I say something wrong or stumble over some words. That might happen. We all know Soundblaster. Creative. They've been around for plus 40 years since I was a little kid. And today we're going to do a review on one of their latest products. As you might know, Creative make a huge amount of products, but more specifically, today we're going to take a look at their soundbars. You could actually categorize Creative soundbars in 3 levels, I think. Do you want a good soundbar? Do you want a better soundbar? Or do you want the absolute best soundbar? GS3 is the most affordable soundbar, and I have it myself. I also did a review on it recently. Very affordable soundbar. And you can go with the newly released GS5 soundbar, which has more input than GS3 and is a little bit bigger. Or you can go with the absolute best, which we're going to take a look at today, the Katana V2X. Yeah, a very nice and sleek looking soundbar, the Katana V2X. Don't get fooled by the size, because this soundbar really packs a punch. Another soundbar actually to consider is the Soundstage V2, which I also did a Danish review on. That soundbar is more targeted towards TV, but it's more than capable of lifting your sound up from your TV. Of course, you can use all these RGB soundbars, the GS3, the GS5, and the Katana. You can use that also for your TV if you want to. On the Katana V2X, you can turn off the RGB lighting if you don't want to look at that. But they are more than capable of lifting up your sound from your TV. I'll put links in the description for all the Danish viewers, and all your foreign viewers you can look up in your local stores. Creative might have some good Black Friday offers on Friday. I don't know, but links in the description so you can take a closer look. Let's go over to the table and unpack the beast, the Katana V2X. But let's see what comes in the box. We have the soundbar itself, of course. We have the manual. There's an accessory box. And we have the subwoofer. In the accessory box we have the power brick, which is 24 volts, and we have power adapters for different countries. And then there's a new remote actually. We're going to talk about that later. And we have a wall bracket. So if you want to mount this on the wall, you can actually do that. You don't have to buy extra accessories to get this on the wall. And yeah, that's pretty much all the cables, everything is in the box, ready to go. Everything is unpacked and I have connected the V2X to show you, and I'm also going to do a sound test for you a little later. It's impossible for me to portray the sound, the powerful sound that comes from these soundbars, but I'm going to do it anyway. But you might ask yourself, why do you have 2 soundbars in front of you? That's because I wanted to show you the old gen, last gen, the V2, and they are exactly the same dimension and they have exactly the same ports on the backside. The V2 is black polished aluminum and the new one has a more gray finish. I don't know why Creative went away from all in black on the V2 to the gray finish here on top. Maybe to distinguish the 2 soundbars from each other. But as I said, they are totally the same dimension and they have the same display as far as I know on the front, and the ports are the same. There are some differences. The subwoofer on the V2 are bigger and it has more power. If I recall correctly, the V2 has a maximum output of RMS of 125-26 watts, and the new V2X has a maximum output of 90 watts RMS. That's 50 on the soundbar and 40 on the subwoofer. The subwoofer is smaller on the V2X, but spoiler alert, it doesn't matter. It has plenty of power. And we have a new remote. And on this new remote, you can control everything. You can control all the inputs. You can also make 6 custom settings down here. And you can also control, of course, the volume, but you can also control the LED lighting. So if you put this underneath your TV, as I did here on, you can see on the B-roll, and you don't want all that RGB lighting, gaming lighting running underneath your TV, you can shut it off. And you can also control the brightness on the remote. Let's put the soundbar, the V2X, to a test. I'm not able in any way to portray the powerful sound that comes out of this, but let's try anyway. And as I told you in the beginning, I will also make a review on the GS5 next week, maybe, to show you the mid-range of soundbars. Very affordable. It's actually on sale now for around 69.99 euros in Danish kroners, 525 Danish kroners for my Danish audience, the GS5. So that's a very good soundbar for affordable money. This one is in Danish kroners, around 2,300 Danish kroners, and you might find it on sale. This soundbar is of course targeted to all the gamers out there who wants an immersed sound, since this one also has SXFI capabilities. But you can also put this underneath your TV if you would like to do that, as I did here on this clip. And it's gonna be a huge improvement and upgrade for your TV, that's for sure. All the RGB lighting you can of course turn off if you don't want to see that, but if you want a really good sound for your TV, you can go with this soundbar. It doesn't have to be for your gaming computer or your gaming setup. Or you can buy this soundbar solely on the purpose of playing music. It will do the job, that's for sure. But let's turn it on and try out some music. I'm gonna turn it around again so the sound is facing my mic. But let's see. Yeah, it's alive. And one more thing, I need my glasses for this, but if we look at the back side, we have HDMI AUX. That means you could run an HDMI cable from your TV into this, and then you will have a digital sound coming out of this. It also has XFI out, as we talked about. You can also see my old review of the Katana. It's exactly the same. And we have USB audio in, we have aux in if you have the old TRS cable, and it also has optical input for your PlayStation, Xbox or whatever. But very nice soundbar. I have been using the first gen soundbar, Katana Soundbar, that came out several years ago, and then I bought the V2, which I had for a few years, and now this is their latest iteration of soundbars, their V2X. But let's turn it around and let me do a sound test, even though the sound it's gonna pick up is through this small wireless mic. But let's try anyway. And one more thing, I found out there's an app on my mobile phone, which I normally use for my Outlier Pro earbuds, but there's an app and it's found Soundblaster Katana V2X. All the functions, the PC software is the same as the V2 Katana, so you can jump to that review. I'll link it in the description where I go through all the functions on the app. But let's try and see if we can connect via my mobile phone. I'm connected via Bluetooth here, Press the power button to pair with the application. Okay, I'll do that. Connect it. There we go, Soundblaster Katana V2X, sound mode, movies. Oh, there's a lot of stuff in here. Lighting. Let's turn this around so you can see it. Might be difficult in this camera light. WAUV ice blue. WAUV green, solo white, nice, pulsate red, morph cyan, and as you can see here on my screen, the LED is actually divided up to 7 segments, so you can do your own LED strip if you want to with the colors you want, and you can also set the speed. Let's do solo. Which one did the WAUV? Here we have the WAUV, and let's do fastest. Okay, you can actually go faster. Holy cow! If that's your preference, let's do a slow one. And direction, you can bounce or you can go left to right. And here you can also tune down. If I turn off the lights here in the living room, it might be easier. I can turn up the brightness here. I love the lighting that's on this soundbar actually. You can also make music reactive. So you can put on some different brightnesses from reactive to idle, and you can also set a delay. And here you can also customize the buttons from C1 to C6, which is on the remote. So very cool. And if we go back, what else do we have? Decoder, normal, full or night. And we have mixer. Subwoofer volume, nice. You can control the subwoofer separately. It's very powerful, let me tell you. Scout mode, and we have crystal voice, and we can also go in and pretty much control everything about treble or the bass and preamp. There's a lot of settings in this soundbar here, and you can control it all via the app. I'm on an Android telephone. I guess there's also an app for iPhone. Anything else here in the app? Here we can say speakers, if we're using speakers or headphones. Then it changes on the soundbar. Cool. Yep, and if we go back, Bluetooth. Oh, here you can select mode. You can see my OnePlus North 4 is connected. We can choose AUX, optical, or we can choose USB audio or TV. Auto switch to TV HDMI, enable to auto switch upon connection request. That's nice. So your TV can actually control this soundbar. If you're listening to Bluetooth music and you turn on your TV's HDMI connection will tell this soundbar to switch input. And do we have anything on settings? We can change, no, we cannot change the name. We can change the subwoofer. We can set energy saving on or off on different levels, and down here on the bottom you can see what I talked about. HDMI CEC standby link. The soundbar will actually talk to your TV through the HDMI cable. And firmware version and display dark, bright dark or off. Let's put it to off. As I told you, if you put this soundbar underneath your TV and you don't want to look at all the lighting, you can just put the display to off, and yeah, It's off now. Perfect. So you don't actually need a computer to control the soundbar. You can actually control the soundbar just by the app if the soundbar is underneath your TV. Of course, you don't have a computer, then it's nice you can control everything with the app, and all the function you can also enable or disable on the remote. Volume up, volume down, brightness, and so forth. So super cool. Let's do a sound test. I'll find some non-copyrighted music, and we'll see if we can get some sound through this small mic I have here on my chest. But let's see what this soundbar can do. Let's play some music, and as I told you earlier, you can easily use this on your TV. If you don't want to go with the Soundstage V2 soundbar, then you can do this instead, and you will get a very powerful soundbar. Let's play some music. The volume on the soundbar is 10, and I am on 75 or so on my phone, and I'm playing music through Bluetooth. You would get even better sound if you choose digital. That means the HDMI ARC, the optical, or the USB. Then you would get digital input instead of a Bluetooth connection. But let's play some music. I'm positioned roughly around what you would expect if you were on your desk. So let's try it out. I'm going to raise the volume on my phone to max. I'm really sad that you can't hear the power that comes out of this. It's totally crazy. I don't know if I told you, but I have the Katana V2, as you saw earlier. I have the soundbar. I forgot the subwoofer, and I forgot the power adapter in Denmark. I recently moved to Malaga, Spain, and I've totally forgotten how good this soundbar is and what I've been missing out on. The GS3 I have now, that's a 300-400 kroner soundbar, around 69 euro something. But holy cow, this soundbar can play. I'm going to tell you right now, if you buy this, you won't return it because you will be blown away with the power. Let's try some other music. And just to remind you, whoa, 1 second. My smart lighting just went out. Let's turn this on. Just to remind you, I'm only at volume 10 on this soundbar. I don't know how well the sound and the bass comes through this small mic, but it's nuts. Let's try something a little more down to earth.
This might be right. Either you feel it or you don't. Might give it a try, yeah. Our bodies collide. Baby, you're everything I want. Let's give it some time, yeah. Somebody told me I should hit and run, but they don't know, they don't know, they don't know. Nobody knows but us how we roll, how we roll. Nobody
kidding you. I'm getting goosebumps because of the clarity and the punch, the bass, everything is so well balanced on this soundbar. And I'm only on level 10. Let's do some gaming. I don't have a gaming computer next to me, so we're gonna run some gameplay from YouTube. And that would resemble yourself sitting in front of the computer with your Katana V2X. Here we go. He needs a new driver's license, that's for sure.
Longbow 3-1, target acquired. Strike inbound.
Just to remind you, I'm only on level 10 on the soundbar. Let's push it up to 15.
Sausage smoke grenade! Longbow 3-1 is on station. Strike inbound.
I just got goosebumps for the third time. This soundbar, it's nuts. It's a very good price and you won't be disappointed with the sound coming out of this one. Even though you're using it on your TV, your computer for easy listening to music, or if you want to play some hardcore games, this soundbar would definitely suit your needs. Look out for Black Friday offers. I have no idea if any of this is going to be on Friday, Black Friday offers, but the Katana V2X, thumbs up from my part. Totally immersive sound that comes out of this. Also the V2, the old version. This is just smaller. The subwoofer is smaller and easier to place in your small office maybe or something. But definitely a cool soundbar. And as I told you earlier, you can also go with the Soundstage V2 if you need some good upgrades to your TV. That soundbar is around €100 or something like that. I would leave links in the description, and thank you for watching, and thank you Creative for letting me try out the Katana V2X. I had totally forgotten how good this soundbar sounds, so thank you. I'll see you around, guys. Bye.